One of the most underrated movies of the late 90s was Face Quest. Welcome back to Mario Galaxy 2.
Is that actually a movie?
Space Quest?
Oh, I heard Face Quest.
That's because I did say Face Quest. John, you're not quite getting this Let's Play.
Oh. I guess I have to leave right now.
You could do that, or how about we take a dip in Cosmic Cove Galaxy?
Alright, for the Twin Falls Hideaway?
The Twin Falls Hideaway, that's right.
I can read.
Now, John, are you familiar with Mario Galaxy 2? Are you a Mario connoisseur of the Wii game era?
Yeah, I have completely beaten Galaxy 2.
Completely? So,
yes.
Like, when you say completely, you mean completely?
Yeah, as in the thing that you're probably not even talking about yet at this point.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
That's right.
Let's talk to this buff-ass penguin instead.
Damn right. Penguin's been working out. So this is the first of the aquatic galaxies we've come across in this game. And, swimming in Mario, I think not a whole lot of people are fans of. Where do you stand in the swim debate?
I'm not a fan of swimming levels in general. Unless the game is completely built around the mechanic, I'm not really a fan of it.
Yeah, Galaxy 1 had a couple of water levels that were not too fun. Galaxy 2, and I haven't played ahead, but from what I remember, the water levels aren't as tedious.
Yeah, no, they seem to be a lot more happy with giving the shells to make it easier to get around, too.
Yes, exactly. But John, we haven't gotten to the shells yet.
Oh, my bad. I'm getting
Right now, we're learning how to swim. The penguins are teaching us. You'd think it would be a little bit colder environment for the penguins, but no.
Well, apparently they're pretty good with the warm water here.
But yes, if you don't like swimming manually, the shells make it easy.
I like the little flashlight on the front, just like you're driving a car.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can hit the brakes, and little brake lights come on. And I'm sorry, that is really cool.
Just flying up.
Yeah, of course, granted, if I were Mario and I did that, I would be horrified.
I think by now he's gotten used to it, especially after the very first episode when he almost broke his legs.
That's true.
That's the one thing I found weird about this one compared to the first one. Like, he seems a lot more panicked in the first one, doesn't he?
That's interesting.
Well, I don't know, like, they seem a bit more story-focused in the first one than the second one, where he's just thrown onto the satellite, finds this weird space woman who's telling me how to find his lover and all this.
What did I get myself into?
Oh my god!
And you'll note that the headlights on the shell, kill those, whatever those things are called.
Oh wait, what do they kill? The seaweed or the...
The little tentacle-like things. If you shine the light at them, they go into the ground and turn into star bits.
Oh, right. Man, I think last time I played this was when the game was still new.
It was for me too. But I had so much fun that I just had to come back into it.
Yeah, you did complete the game in full, right?
Almost.
I seem to remember there being one specific thing you talked about at the time that you didn't quite know about the game.
Yeah, and I did not follow through. There were other games coming out and I just didn't. But my goal is to complete this one.
Alright, well, I know you'll enjoy that last bit. I know everyone else will too.
Absolutely. Got to figure out how to present that, as it were.
Nah, you'll find a way.
Yeah. But on a more immediate basis, after we fling a star bit at Buff Old Penguin, we have to get to the top of that waterfall somehow. Climb it. But how?
You could probably freeze the planet. You can do that in space, right?
John, that's crazy. Even for Mario logic, how are you going to freeze an entire galaxy? Not just a planet, but a whole galaxy.
I don't know, probably a big-ass switch?
That might have a butt stomp symbol?
Maybe, I don't know.
But have you ever butt stomped something and facilitated climate change with it?
No, usually butt stomping something crushes it.
Oh my god. Yippee, we killed a whole bunch of aquatic life.
That penguin's really psyched that you basically killed this entire planet.
Yippee, the ecosystem's ruined, yay!
I love how, like, you can still see everyone swimming underwater, too.
Yeah, the coins are still spinning under there.
The air bubbles are still popping.
Mario, I think you're lacking in the science department.
Truly, that's the one problem with Mario Galaxy 2. It's like, he can breathe in space, though. It's okay.
That's true.
Science has proved that one.
So if I were to pitch this game to you, I think one of the big selling points would be you're Mario and you can wall jump up waterfalls. Wouldn't that make you want to play?
How would you explain to a person that you could wall jump up a waterfall, though?
Because you freeze the fucking planet!
Okay, when you put it that way, then yes, I'd be sold on it.
Yeah. I mean, Mario plays God in a lot of ways in this game.
Mario is just kind of a mass murderer, if you think about it, really.
And he does. He's killed a lot of very unique species. Even the stars are afraid of him. They just ran away when he popped it out.
I love how they just jumped to the other hill just to make it slightly inconvenient for him.
Don't fuck with me!
You've frozen our entire planet, but can you jump over this very small hole?
Or you froze our entire world just for your own personal benefit. Bye-bye!
I just like the concept of him being super happy the whole time. I'm ruining everything for you.
He's a delighted serial killer.
Aren't they all?
And the final path to the end of the world is unlocked. But this is a comprehensive Let's Play, and we have some more work to do in Cosmic Cove Galaxy.
That's why you're backflipping your way to the switch?
Yeah? How would you rate that? Would you give that a 10?
Yeah. Well, the triple jump, perfect timing. It's very good.
Gold star medal?
Gold star. No, platinum. Platinum.
Platinum star.
I'll go as far as that. There you go.
Wow. There's a second star, but you may have noticed a coin Luma
Indeed,
a little bit earlier.
And you completely ignored him, and now he's sitting there all hungry.
Yeah.
Have the coin Lumas shown up? Oh yeah, you're in World 2. You would have by now.
Absolutely.
That's all I got. I don't know where I was going with that, to be perfectly honest.
No, I was going to give you a chance to air that out a little bit.
No, I really needed to point out the fact that there was a Luma there, apparently.
That's fine. Well, I thought I had edited myself to go straight to the Luma, but apparently I did not do that.
For shame. I think it's probably because it's like just a 20-minute episode or something.
That may be it. But maybe it just doesn't matter, does it, John?
No, not really. Any Mario time is good Mario time.
And plus, it's such a peaceful galaxy. The music is so tranquil. Remember the theme of Jolly Roger's Bay in Mario 64?
Yeah.
And was also used in Dire Docks, I believe.
Yeah, the do-do-do-do-do, that one? The super peaceful one.
And it went to a more slightly upbeat theme in Dire Docks when you got on land, I believe?
I think they added more instruments, because they take away instruments when you go underwater to affect the whole, like, if you're underwater, you'd hear less sound in general.
Oh, clever.
They had pretty good design sounds back then. I always find it weird that the water levels are so peaceful, though, especially with so many things trying to kill you when you're underwater.
There's not a whole lot trying to kill you here, though.
Yeah, I guess not. That and you just kill them all in one move anyway.
Yes. Well, you know, Mario's a dick. Alright?
I think we established that earlier.
I just wanted to verify that. So for the hungry coin Luma, we need 15 coins. And there they are.
Alright, there you go. Now skate away, Mario. I always wondered how he could skate on flat shoes like that.
Well, they are made out of...
Yes?
stuff?
Okay.
Hey, we're here!
Nice save.
That's how I roll.
Yeah, that's a good job. I don't know, I just have... You don't even live in a... You live in a warm climate. You don't even have to put up with ice, really, do you?
No, we had a blizzard once, I think, a number of years ago. But never had to deal with, you know, ice covering the entire southern region of the U.S.
Yeah, no, I could see that being a not very common thing.
Surprisingly rare.
Yeah. I guess someone hasn't butt stomped the right switch yet.
Right.
They'll work on that.
Now here's some new content. A rather incomplete planet.
Oh. Okay, no, this is not what I thought it was.
No, we have to go back to the chasing things mechanic of Mario Galaxy, which isn't my favorite.
I don't know why they brought that back.
I don't know, it was tedious in Mario 64, it's tedious here. So at first you're like, hey, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna catch that rabbit, but then you realize it's not possible, is it?
No, it always seems really unfair.
So then we need a little bit of help.
Just need to murder more things.
Doing what Mario does best. To get a speed advantage. I murder you!
Get back here, you stupid rabbit!
But even then, the rabbit's still a pain in the ass to get, so... But with a little bit of perseverance, and by the way, the ice is actually on a timer, so if you don't catch the bunny fast enough, you have to go back and pound the switch again.
It's nice that the planet comes with its own self-thawing mechanism.
Yeah, that's right. Global warming, right?
I know, it's ridiculous.
I'm disappointed that Mario can't keep holding the rabbit like I think he could in Mario 64.
Yeah, that was actually how you broke Mario 64 and beat the game without collecting any stars.
That's right, yeah. Because if I could do that in this game, I would totally jump into a black hole while holding the rabbit.
Just hope that he turns into an infinite number of stars.
Absolutely. I mean, come on, if you could do that, you would do that, right?
Kill myself by jumping into a black hole?
While holding the rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, with the rabbit, it's completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone would do that.
Yeah.
If you like making fan art, that's an idea.
Just an infinitely recursive picture of a black hole and a rabbit.
Yes.
That would be pretty good, actually.
Now there's a third star.
Ooh.
This is a cosmic cove sort of day.
Oh man, what stars are gonna be this time?
Well, this time we explore the aftermath of Mario freezing the entire world.
Oh right, this one. I love when they just randomly switch to 2D like this. It was actually a really nice touch.
They did that very well in this game. That's part of what makes it so fun, is just how much they mix it up. Even when you revisit the same galaxy, it's an entirely different experience on visit number 2. I'm not gonna try to... I mean, this thing weighs about 5 pounds.
Well, he's got that thing on his arm. He's obviously the lifeguard.
Oh, right. That's a good point.
There you
Certified penguin lifeguard.
go. Certified Baywatch.
But yeah, the penguins are pretty happy with Mario's,
I like how you don't even have to stop to talk to them. They will just say something if you're right next to them.
That's not always the case, but I like how they let you just keep skating here.
I think they just realized how fun the skating mechanic was. Because I remember in the first game actually being really fun too.
Yeah, that was a thing that was in the first game too. The penguins don't seem too scared of the ice rock demons.
I think they've just gotten used to it. It's just kind of a natural thing in their ecosystem.
Yeah, or maybe they just haven't seen them yet and haven't been killed. I mean, they would murder the penguins, right?
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like the penguins are so used to the cold temperature, they'd probably just survive it.
Fair point. Fair point. So the environment's only hostile to Mario, then?
Yeah, no. That's the one side effect of having the Luma in his hat, is that everything wants to kill him.
Oh.
I mean, they did lock up that Luma in that other box, right? So.
That's true. A gift and a curse.
He's Mario Man?
Mario Man. So this part is not frozen, and as such, it's time for some 2D underwater action. And did you know, John, that there are Mario games that have had 2D water sections before Galaxy 2?
I didn't know there were 2D Mario games.
It's true.
I thought there was just Galaxy.
There were some Mario games before this. Little known fact. Some underappreciated gems, pretty underground.
You could argue Super Mario Sunshine, I guess.
Well,
that's not 2D, but yeah. What is your opinion on that anyways? Like, would you say this is your favorite Mario game?
Oh,
I know, that's tough questions.
That is a tough one. It's in the top 3, I would say. It's hard to judge it when you're competing with the nostalgia factor of the really early Mario games, like Mario 3 or Mario World, which I would definitely rate up there as well.
Well, the thing is, like, some of those games still do hold up, too. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mario 3 is probably my favorite of the 2D ones, which...
Yes.
But I don't know, like, I really like Galaxy 2, but would you say it's the best 3D one? Because I know some people usually get upset when I talk about, like, Mario 64 and say I don't like it as much anymore.
Well, yeah, I just don't think... I've played Mario 3 and Mario 64 since playing this game, and Mario 64 just doesn't hold up for me as much as those 2D ones. It
kind of aged badly, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did, I think. Oh, and by the way, this is incredible. Right?
I like the curve on that.
I mean, look at this.
Just the standard water just floating in midair like this?
Yeah, doesn't that blow your fucking mind?
It's really good design. I think that's really what made the Galaxy game stand out so much. It's just how it feels like you're in another world.
Yeah. I mean, it takes the exact same engine that was used in the first Galaxy and just improves on it in every way.
Wasn't the story with Galaxy 2 that they just made a bunch of extra stages after they finished the first one and decided to make another game out of it?
I think so. I think that was the idea. They just had a lot of leftover concepts after the first game.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, let's just expand on this.
Well, they definitely did a good job.
Oh, yeah. So, John, where do you stand on story in relation to Mario and the Mario franchise?
I don't know. That's a tough one, especially considering Sunshine's really the only time they've tried something with story, unless you count the.
I wouldn't count the RPG games.
You wouldn't count them?
Well, no, because they're not straight platforming.
Mm. Well, I mean, like, what about Super Paper Mario, where they tried to be straight platforming?
I only played some of Super Paper Mario and did not like it.
The story was all right in that, but the gameplay didn't. I think it went on a little bit too long.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. So we freed the Luma, but it's not over yet.
Uh-oh, he's gonna send you to another island? Or planet?
Oh, yes. Mario forced him to turn into a star for his own use.
He's wanted to fly through space some more.
Yeah. And hey, the Toad Brigade's here.
Alright, these guys, I forgot about them.
Yeah. They're the jesters of Mario Galaxy.
Oh no.
I didn't see you fly over my head and say wahoo very loudly.
I didn't see you talk to me when I talked about my vacation. I've just been standing here repeating the same paragraph over and over until someone got in front of me.
There's a over there.
I love how they just can't say the word. They have to show you the picture.
It's something I talked about in a previous video, but I just think Nintendo doesn't think their audience is all that smart.
I think it's just who they market to. Keep in mind, during the Wii era, that's when they were doing stuff like the Super Guide.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, did you ever use the Super Guide at all?
There was a level in Donkey Kong Country Returns that was so difficult that I just got so frustrated with it and let the Super Guide take me through it. But just that once. Never with the Mario games.
Yeah, fair enough on that one. All I remember with Donkey Kong Country Returns is having issues with having to shake the Wiimote to do the roll.
The rolls?
That was the one thing I hated about that game.
That wasn't all that fun. That's what's frustrating about the Wii games is like, Galaxy's all fun and stuff, but you're forced to use the motion gimmicks of the Wiimote when they're really not all that necessary for just a straight platforming game.
Yeah. I've always heard complaints from developers saying that Nintendo always forces companies to use specific features in their games.
Right, yeah.
Apparently they've eased off a bit in recent years, but I kind of wonder how the Wii U is going to be.
It remains to be seen. I want to see a Mario game like this on the Wii U, see what they do with it.
I think they'll definitely do something like this. Like, the last thing the Galaxy team worked on was Super Mario 3D Land, and that was last year.
Right, yeah. I didn't play that. I don't have a 3DS, but that was supposedly pretty good, right?
Yeah, it actually was. It was a weird mishmash of 2D and 3D, but it brought some of the bad aspects from Galaxy into it, or good, depending on what you're into. Have you dealt with Shadow clones yet?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, they're in Galaxy or in 3D Land. Or one is, and they're actually, I think they're worse in 3D Land than they were in this.
Worse?
Yeah. There's just one Shadow clone, but he chases you a lot quicker now.
Oh.
So, and I think they eventually start mixing it up with like a time limit, so you have like 100 seconds to get through a stage with one of them chasing you. So, I'll admit, actually, 3D Land is surprisingly challenging at times, though.
Did that leave you in suspense, by the way?
Oh, totally.
Okay, good. So we brought a penguin with us.
Now he can tell you how to swim faster.
That was very helpful. I'm sure that justified you leaving your entire ecosystem, habitat, and family.
I think he just wanted to check out space.
That makes me want to stomp that tea set on that stump.
Ugh. God, it's not Earl Grey!
Mario doesn't strike me as an Earl Grey drinker.
Really? What would you think he is?
Booze hound.
Really?
Totally.
I guess he does wear the wife beater shirt underneath the
And
suit.
next time, we tackle the final world level of the Galaxy.
Game's over after this.
It's
It's only a 2-world game.
We're done.
Okay.